welcome back to another video. In today's video, I wanted to show you everything that I eat in a week. This is very realistic, of course vegan, mostly whole food, plant-based, and yeah, I'm just really excited to hopefully give you guys some inspiration in the kitchen. And if you're new to veganism or the plant-based lifestyle, or you're just trying to eat more plants, then I have a free grocery checklist for beginners in the description box below. Definitely go check that out because it is everything that you're gonna need on a week-to-week basis to make cooking fun and easy in the kitchen. So definitely go check that out, and let's get into these recipes. We are starting this video on Friday because, well, why not? I just got groceries yesterday and it is a good day. So we are starting off with some 3 ingredient pancakes. This is just 1 banana with 1 cup of flour. I used oat flour and 1 cup of soy milk. I'm doing a few plain ones for my baby who's now 6 months and he's starting solid, so he can have a few of these. And then I'm adding a few more that have chocolate chips. I'm also going to pair with a high protein smoothie. I obviously was craving chocolate today because I decided to do a chocolate smoothie with these chocolate chip pancakes, and it was so perfect. For lunch, I wanted to make a tofu scramble. If you watched my videos before, you know that I love a good tofu scramble, especially on tacos. All I did was fry up some veggies. I'm doing onions, mushrooms, and tomatoes with some tofu and spices, and then putting that on some corn tortillas and topping with some avocado and fresh lime juice. Such a healthy, delicious, filling lunch. For dinner, I'm going to make a kind of ramen / noodle soup type of dish. This is honestly one of my go-to dinners and it is so good. My partner and I both love it. Starting out by grilling some onions and mushrooms until they look a little bit more translucent and cooked through. Then I'm gonna add in some veggie broth. I'm using a veggie broth powder, but you could do also like a bouillon cube or any kind of veggie broth you have. Then I'm also gonna add in a little bit of tamari sauce, some frozen veggies. I'm doing broccoli today. And then finally for protein, I'm gonna add in some soy curls. Usually I would do chickpeas or lentils or even tofu, but I was feeling extra lazy today and soy curls were just super easy. Then I added in some rice noodles and topped it off with some sesame seeds and some hot sauce. And it was the perfect easy dinner. It took only about 15 minutes. Then I was craving something for dessert and I wanted to make something that we could have for the next few days. So I ended up making these oat chocolate chip cookies. They literally were pretty healthy. They just had oat flour, some regular stuff like baking powder, salt. I used agave for sweetener and then some chocolate chips. And yeah, they were so good. On Saturday, I was craving one of my favorite breakfasts, which is a sweet and savory toast. So for the savory, I'm going to do some avocado toast with some more of that tofu scramble from yesterday, as well as a little bit of nutritional yeast on top for extra protein and B vitamins. And then for my sweet toast, I'm going to do some of my homemade peanut butter with some frozen blueberries and a few walnuts for some nice omegas. And then just a little bit of maple syrup to sweeten. And this is such an amazing breakfast. If you are someone who is not sure if you want sweet or savory, I 10 out of 10 will recommend this combo. It's so good. And since it was Saturday today, we actually ended up going to the pool for a bit and just had a super chill afternoon. And then when we got back, I just wanted something light and fresh. So we ended up making some fresh tortilla chips with some guacamole. The guacamole was just a couple of fresh avocados, some tomato, some onion, lime juice, salt and pepper. And then we were feeling a cocktail this afternoon, so we ended up making this fresh watermelon margarita, which was just frozen watermelon that we had in our freezer, a little bit of tequila and lime juice. And it was just a perfect light lunch for this super hot Saturday afternoon. Then for dinner, I wanted to make a lentil walnut bolognese to put in a lasagna. It's been so long since I made a lasagna, and I got lasagna sheets the other day. And if you watched one of my last videos, I tried to make one of Rainbow Plant Life's lentil bolognese. But today I wanted to just experiment a little bit and do one that was my own. So I'm just grilling up some of the walnuts along with some onions here. And then I'm gonna add in some soaked lentils along with some tomato sauce. Then I'm just gonna let that simmer for about 10, 15, or even 20 minutes until the lentils are cooked through. In the meantime, I'm gonna make a tofu ricotta cheese sauce that I can use in the lasagna. So it is just gonna be some silken tofu with nutritional yeast, a couple pinches of salt, then just blend that all together until smooth. And then we're just gonna go ahead and layer that all together. So you just wanna do your lasagna sheets with some of that sauce. And then some of your tofu cheese sauce. And then just keep layering until you have everything covered and all of your ingredients are gone. I wanted to top this as well with some cheese that we had left over in the fridge. So I just did a little bit of the Violife cheddar cheese. And then we're gonna bake that for about 45 minutes. And wow, look how good this turned out. It was so good. And the lentil walnut bolognese was actually amazing. We ended up serving this with some side salads, which was just kale, some mango, cranberries, and sesame seeds. Look at this lasagna, guys. For my first time making a lasagna in like, honestly, forever, I feel like it turned out so good. Then on Sunday, I decided to make a smoothie to start off the day. This one was just a pretty simple vanilla smoothie with, of course, some different nuts and seeds in it for some extra protein, as well as my favorite protein powder from Birdman here. Then I had that with a latte and some of those leftover pancakes from the other day. And honestly, for Sunday morning, this was just so good. It really hit the spot. I didn't actually film lunch because we again just hung out by the pool, but we just kind of snacked on some nuts and some chips and some popcorn, and it was really good. Then for dinner, we just had leftovers, which again was delicious. On Monday morning, I decided to have some more Ezekiel toast. This time I'm doing both savory because I was just craving a savory breakfast today. So I did avocado with the leftover tofu scramble still that we had, and some fresh lime juice and nutritional yeast. Then a little bit later, I was feeling some fresh fruit for a little snack. So I had some fresh papaya, some fresh mango, and banana. And I feel like fresh fruit is honestly just such an underrated snack. If you're feeling hungry and you don't know what to have, I feel like reaching for fruit is just such a good habit to get into. And it's always so good, it always just hits the spot. Then a little bit later, I also had one of those cookies from the other day. For lunch, I had some of this leftover noodle soup that we had from Friday night, I believe it was. This was the last of it, and as you can tell, it's a little bit less soupy as everything was more absorbed. And now for dinner, I'm going to make some soy curls with this sauce, which is just hot sauce, soy sauce, and agave. So you just want to fry up your soy curls until a little bit crispy, and then add in your sauce until everything is combined. I'm gonna be adding these onto a sweet potato to do kind of like a loaded sweet potato. My inspiration for this recipe was actually this leftover sauce that I had from, I believe it was Thursday before I started filming this. And it is just this sunflower cream sauce that I love making and having in the fridge. Again, I'll put the recipe for everything down below, but leave a comment in case I forget something and you want to have the recipe. I'll make sure to reply. But yeah, this loaded sweet potato is honestly so good. It was so filling. I actually only ate like half of this. I think it was so much. Then on Tuesday, I started the day with some tacos again, some breakfast tofu scrambled tacos. Honestly, you can't go wrong. They're so good. And then for lunch, I had the other half of that sweet potato. And then for dinner, we're going to make quesadillas / tacos. And I wanted to make a hot sauce to go along with them. This is called a matcha sauce. It's a very Mexican hot sauce. It's made with chile de arbol peppers, along with some different seeds that you want. We're doing peanuts, sesame seeds, and sunflower seeds. So you basically just toast everything up in oil and then just pulse it together so you still have some chunks left. But this hot sauce is so good. This is gonna last us like, I don't know, a month or 2 months probably. It was my first time making it and it turned out so good. So for our quesadillas, we're just going to heat up some fresh corn tortillas, add on a little bit of that Violife cheese that we still had, and then add on this taco meat. This is pastor. I'm a big fan of eating whole food plant-based, but I also love following the 80-20 rule where 80% of your food is whole food plant-based and maybe 20% is a little bit more processed, because honestly, you can't make things from scratch all the time. So when you're feeling lazy, it's nice to just have something that's ready to go. So this taco meat was just one of those like packages that we had in our fridge. And yeah, it's so good. But it is also really clean ingredients. It only has like 5 ingredients. And then we ate all of those cookies. I didn't film so much of me eating those cookies, but I had like 1 or 2 every day. So now for dessert, I wanted to prep something else for us. So I'm making this kind of oat strawberry crumble bar. All I'm doing is mixing together some oats, flaxseed, a little bit of coconut sugar, and some oil into like a crumble. And then making this strawberry chia jam for the middle. Baking the bottom part of the crumble first, adding on the strawberry topping, and then adding on a little bit more of the crumble on the top. And then I decided also that it probably could use some chocolate, so I ended up chopping up a little bit of dark chocolate and adding it to the top. And then bake this again in my air fryer for like 10 to 15 minutes. And wow, guys, it was so good. It was the perfect dessert prep to have for the next few days. For breakfast today, I just wanted to start off the day, honestly, with something super simple. So I decided to just have some fresh fruit with my latte and some chia seeds. And then it's actually really good for baby-led weaning for your 6-month-old to have the mango pit with flaxseed. So that's what he had this morning. And then a little bit later on, when I was feeling more hungry, I made a banana blueberry vanilla protein smoothie. And it was so delicious, so filling, and so good. Then for lunch today, I wanted to make a vegan egg salad sandwich. We got these fresh buns yesterday from kind of like the Costco here. It's called Sam's Club. I don't know if you have it in the States or not. But it was so good. It's just tofu mixed with spices. And then I had a couple of some homemade pickles on the side. And then for dinner, I'm going to cook up some more soy curls with some different spices. gonna do some cumin, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, salt and pepper, and then just pan fry that until nice and crispy. And I'm going to be making rice bowls with this today. So I just made some rice in my Instapot, along with air fried some Brussels sprouts. Then just added on the soy curls along with some soy sauce. And honestly, this is one of my favorite easy dinners. You can mix out the veggies and the protein, and it's basically like a different rice bowl every time. Today I was feeling a smoothie bowl. I feel like I haven't made one in a long time. So I did a strawberry banana smoothie bowl, and it turned out so creamy and so good. For the toppings, I'm gonna do some chopped walnuts and some chopped cacao. These are fresh cacao beans that we got from a friend, and they are so delicious. And I'm also going to add on a few more chopped frozen strawberries. I love having smoothie bowls for breakfast or lunch or even just like a snack. I feel like there's such a healthy dessert almost that you can have, and it's like so good for you. Then for lunch, since we got these fresh buns the other day, I wanted to use them up before they went bad because they honestly go bad in like a couple of days. They get really hard. So we got some sandwich meat from the store, of course, vegan sandwich meat, and I wanted to make a nice loaded sandwich. So we did some avocado, some of that vegan ham, some fresh tomato, and then a little bit of the leftover tofu scramble. Then just a little bit of salt and pepper, and some of this hot sauce that I made the other day. And of course, again, having some homemade pickles on the side because a sandwich without pickles is not complete. And wow, look at how good this looks. It honestly was so delicious. And for dinner tonight, we wanted to do something with those buns again because, like I said, they're gonna go bad by like tomorrow already. So we made some nice side salads, which was kale, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, mango, and cranberries. And then we used these fresh buns and made a little bit of homemade guacamole, and then put on some of this pre-made vegan meat. And honestly, it was 10 out of 10. Such an easy, simple dinner, but so good. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you really enjoyed those recipes and give you some inspiration in the kitchen for your own cooking. If you found this video valuable, definitely give it a like and leave a comment below because it lets me know that you like these videos and it really supports my channel. And if you're looking for more what I eat in a week vegan recipes, I'll link the next one on the screen here for you. Definitely go check it out. We will see you guys there.